Hello, FEMA. Hello, VF. And welcome to a TERF Telegraph on a Wednesday afternoon at 5 p.m. Queensland, Australia time. So we're calling this Hand That Rocks the Cradle, the reboot. I have done a video, one of my very early videos was talking about the mood feeding and the concept of them rebooting A Hand That Rocks the Cradle and making that movie way more fucking disturbing than it already is, right? Greetings from Canada. Well, I tell you what, been an interesting week. I do apologize for not coming last week, but we had major drama farmer going on. And also we had someone that is beloved to me going through tests, and I just couldn't. So there will be occasions where I have to tap out for a week or two because life. Look, if this moob shit doesn't stop this shit in its tracks, what fucking will? What will? And we all know this is where the language was all leading. We all know it had nothing to do with women who somehow mentally believe that there's something they're not. It was all about the men having the right to moob feed. That's what it was about. It's always been about the right of men to fucking squeeze out moob juice to shove in a baby's fucking face. Someone that can never consent to fucking synthetic drugs, enhanced pus juice. Yep, GC supporting groom spec. Fucking this shit doesn't fucking stop, hey. And not only the damage control, right? The literal damage control and the don't look at me, I wasn't part of that shit. Hey, Lise, how are you? Oh, it's all good, mate, all good. I do have to apologize. I had to set the video that you popped on last to private only because I had done something really stupid on there. I will be putting that back up once I can work out how to edit that in YouTube because I'm not very good at that sort of shit. But I'll drop the link later. You guys know the rules. You're more than welcome to jump on in. So, Hand That Rocks the Cradle. I don't know if you remember. It was a really quite disturbing movie. It was along those single white female sort of lines, but it was played by the absolutely amazing, who I do love, Rebecca De Mornay. And she played an aristocratic white lady. She had this baby, and the baby had died. So she had got herself involved with this another woman who was being pregnant and breastfeeding her child, and she got involved in this woman's life. And next thing you know, Rebecca De Mornay's character had kept lactation on, so she had been pumping that whole time, and mum is there trying to feed a baby in the movie, and the baby's not latching. She's wondering why baby's fussing and not wanting her. And it is literally because Rebecca De Mornay's character is feeding this other woman's child. Ha ha! Fast forward to now, to 2024, and the reimagining / rebooting of this movie gets a whole lot fucking more disturbing. Because now that role of Rebecca De Mornay can be played by a fucking troon. I am not shitting you. Like, literally, they can remake this movie from this point now as a reimagining, and you know how much they love this, right? You know that how there is literally no original thought anymore when it comes to movies. There's no original thought. There's only reboots, reimagines. So that's where we are. Sorry, I shouldn't get all slappy. I'm a bit slappy today. I was dealing with my somewhat sassy daughter in the last couple of days. So, yes, I've been sort of giving a bit of slappy sass back. But, no. So the plot could be, and you know, I'm even surprised. Well, look, why have they not made this reboot yet? Because they don't want to gross us all out so that we all push back and they make it like in the consciousness of everybody. Because, I mean, we all know that this agenda has had to be drip fed in. Absolutely. There's so many current fetishes. So tell me, when we're at a stage where men have been known, they have been known to like so mums will have maybe milk swaps. If you know another mother that's lactating, like a nursing, uh, uh, um, my grandfather was fed by a wet nurse, so women can feed each other's babies. It's been a known thing for millennia before formula, and also goat's milk. That's where the nanny goat came from. But this could have been pushed as propaganda, and I'm amazed that they haven't done it. It was one of my early videos, so literally coming on 2 years ago, I spoke about this in regards to the. Sorry, I told you I'm really a bit slappy today. So, in regards to the guy that they've got here, the moob feeder they have here in Brisbane, Queensland, and he forced his spawn, his baby, while his woman, where his wife was still being dealt with the doctors, he was and he's a paramedic. Like, just get this, like, totally get this to sink in. That mofo here, that motherfucker here, literally is a paramedic. Like, he should know, like, what body autonomy is, and but like, I'm not even going to say his name because he's gone after American channels with the federal police here. So I've been put in the naughty box over at Facebook for pointing out his fetish in a Courier Mail. It's a newspaper article. So yeah, Big Head Dad, that's the very one. That's it. That's him, the very one. So his wife. Look, by the photos, and this is just my opinion or my judgment call, you can come at me if you like, but in my opinion, his wife is got issues. She's got some sort of issues. So he's definitely taken advantage and as an opportunist to jump on and shove that fucking synthetic hormone induced man boob in that baby's face. It's just so gross. The doctors and the nurses here were actually trying to stop him. Yeah. An American YouTuber is cancelled from this guy, and I live in the same city as him. Like, I literally. That's why I'm not saying his name, because I literally, if I ring my local ambos, my local paramedics, I could get moved man. I could literally get moved man coming to my freaking house. Like, so I'm not mentioning his name here. I had a one-on-one, like, total butt heads over Facebook, and he took me out for a month. And then when I got my month back, I went and checked out the conversation, and the bastard went and deleted all his correspondence. All his correspondence. So he's literally like, was it me? It was her. Like, yeah, he's a total twat. Like, he is a total twat. Yeah. Oh God, yes. Can you get can you imagine? Okay, you're the screenwriter for Hand That Rocks the Cradle, right? And you've written it from this perspective, from a freaking true, like, you're like, yeah, let's go, that's it. Like, they've just gone, mate, that's just too damn sick. Get the fuck out of here. That's just like some fucked up shit. So it's like, okay, well, we'll just, you know what I mean? Like, never would they have thought of writing that from a perspective of a transvestite sticking a baby on a moob, because it doesn't matter. Like, you can go hard on a man's boob, it's never going to get milk. Like, this whole idea that, oh, it's bigger problem of women drinking Coke and women having coffee and honey, and like, yeah, women know what to eat and what not to eat for fucking healthy babies. We know that. We know that. Like, you know, if we're not mentally fucking ill ourselves, then we don't really harm babies in that way. It's not something that a mother goes out of their way to do, you know. But hey, look, we do suffer with postpartum, but again, you don't be fucking inducing. Look, I have adult babies. My youngest is only in her early 20s. And nobody ever came to me 20 years ago and said, hey, look, love, if you're having problem with lactation, if you're having problems, we can give you these drugs, and it can help you bring on lactation. Well, that was never fucking said. What was said was to me, because I had ample plenty, mate. I reckon I could have been a wet nurse back in the day. I could have fed starving millions. I tell you, I had so many. So I was expressing because my little boy was jaundiced, and they had said to me, please don't put your baby to the bottle, from your boob to the bottle, from the baby to the bottle. Like, please don't do that, because your baby will get nipple confusion. Tell me how the fuck babies are getting nipple confusion from going from a boob to a boob. Like, how's that happening? How is baby not getting nipple confusion? That one smells like mum, and mum still has cells from baby living on board, right? Like, those babies were in us. Their cells are like impregnated now into our DNA. Like, I will never be without my children's DNA. Their children will never be without, like, like particles, not just the DNA, like man and women DNA, but literally skin particles. They were in me. They grew in me. So, like, there's particles of them in me, particles of me in them. This is how the whole, when your baby cries, you feed them. If your baby's sick, your milk knows how to change. So I had a boy baby and a girl baby. My boy baby, milk was higher in fat, because men, actually have a bigger calorie kilojoule count than women. Most people don't. Like, you see, I don't know if you guys are on X, but I am slightly amused by that stinking tranny. And you go, Tunes Go calls him Buffalo Grill. Man, it's the biggest man size amount of food ever, right? Like, I'm a big girl. I'm a fatty. Not even going to lie. But that guy's like, so it's literally like he's eating like it's an extra, 500, no, an extra 1,000 calories, an extra 500 kilojoules between the difference between what men can eat and what women can eat. Because I know I had to go on a rapid fucking diet to get surgery once. So I can tell you right now, the difference in the calories. So the mother's milk, just on that evidence alone, the difference between feeding a baby girl and feeding a baby boy, your body alters for those extra calories. So the milk for your boy is going to be a higher content of fat. And I actually remember thinking this when I had expressed, firstly for my son, and then 2 years later for my daughter, expressing for her, and actually noting the difference, because I was a big expresser. That shit lasts forever in the fridge. Like in the freezer, lasts in the fridge, stick it in the freezer, put it in the back of the freezer. It'll last like 3 months in the back of the freezer. Milk. So the other problem with this mood feeding is they're not making the quantities right. Like, the first 2 days, that's about I think it's 4 to 8 ounces. That's all they're getting, right? Like, that's all they're getting. And my little guy was jaundiced, and I was on the pump in the hospital trying to get as much out as possible so that I could actually get him on, because I had some issues with him. And I can tell you that I was getting like 300 mils. 300 fucking mils. Not ounces, not like 4 ounces, but 300 mils when my milk came through on day 3 after the colostrum came. Colostrum? Yeah, colostrum came through. And then, so, you donated. The rules are very strict on donated milk, so you literally got to take that woman with you to the doctors, get it checked out, make sure, you're playing by the same rules of the game. I mean, you certainly wouldn't want that woman to go home and be, I don't know, a crack addict, for example, Look, I'm just really, really fortunate. I have plenty to feed my children. My children never had to go on formula. It never made sense to me why you'd be giving a child formula when you had plenty. Oh, you had a donated milk bank. That's freaking awesome. When I was in with my son, because I had that much damn milk, it was beyond ridiculous. Um, they had actually asked me for what I had left in the fridge. They came to me and said, "Hey, do you mind donating what you have in excess to the hospital? Because babies that have drug addictions, they born with drug addictions, they house arrest the mothers, and they actually feed healthy mother's milk to offset the drugs to help them wean off." And I did not know this. I was blown away. And so there's a baby out there in this world right now that has better kidneys and liver because they were able to be weaned off the drugs that their mother took. Yeah, yeah, and premies too. Premies too. So that's my. I'm going to Hollywood. I'm going Hollywood. I'm rewriting the screenplay. The man that rocks the cradle. Oh, sorry, the hand that rocks the cradle, not the man that rocks the cradle. How rude of me. Yes, the man that rocks the cradle. The man in the dress that rocks the cradle. Because if we accept this shit, if we accept this by any type of bullshit, if we accept this, that's where we're going, right? It's going to go straight to Hollywood. It's going straight to movies because storytellers influence shit the most, and I've spoken about this before. Hey, Karen, how are you? Welcome to the madhouse where men, they call themselves women, are now mood feeding their babies. Yes, you've heard right. They are mood feeding their babies. The trans that rocks the cradle. Oh, well done, female. Well done. Oh, it's honestly just sick. It's just sick. And back to what I'm saying about nipple confusion. If my baby's going to have nipple confusion from a bottle that has my breast milk in it and my breast and it smells the same, then then a man that wants to jump on and feed his baby while his wife is still in the hospital bed, how are the midwives not coming to that man and saying that is nipple confusion? How are they not saying that? Yeah, what the fuck? This is where we are, Karen. We are literally here right now in 2024. I mean, again, it was Big Head Dad that did this in Brisbane in 2019. So a mood feeder here, his child will be 5 this year. And that kid had no say in that. He had no say in daddy forcing a friggin' moob excreting pus from side effects of drugs in his goddamn fucking mouth. That baby had no choice. It's just gross. Hey, good point. Hey. Like, don't even, like, seriously, because, hey, those who identify as fucking bovine probably will. Probably fucking will, Karen. Like, it's gone from a sick joke to actually a serious fucking problem. How are we putting this fucking shit back in the box? I do not know. But this is going to segue onto this next little fucking bit here, ladies and gentlemen. I think I just got ladies in the chat today. But Dr. Phil, has anybody seen Dr. Phil? I was blown away. Now, there's people saying, oh my God, Dr. Phil is based. He's actually talking about childhood. Hey, Day, how are you? I'll be whacking the link in the chat soon, so stick around. I'm just going to bring up Dr. Phil for a moment before I move on to whack that link in. So, but yeah, Dr. Phil, okay, has literally come out on the Joe Rogan show and actually poo-pooed and gone, hell no, childhood transition is wrong and it's pushing back. And there are some people who are saying Dr. Phil is pretty based by doing this. No, I don't think so. I don't think Dr. Phil is based at fucking all. We know he uses the phrases like assigned female at birth, assigned male at birth. He is a fucking tool for the system, and I will never think Dr. Phil is anything other than that. But on this Joe Rogan thing, now I'm going to have to play it off my iPad because I couldn't find it on YouTube to share. So bear with me. I will play it, but I'll have to show my iPad and hope everything doesn't squeal, but we will try anyway. So what he's saying is it's completely unacceptable, no childhood. But the thing is, are we starting to push back enough that this bastard has been told by his producers that he has to get on this side of truth right now? Right now? That's right. He's never been on this side. He's going to be on this side of truth right now, because if he doesn't, he's going to miss his goddamn fucking ride. So he literally, I'll play it. I will play it. He literally is fucking backwards fucking walking. I tell you what, he backwards walking so fucking fine. Michael Jackson would be jealous, mate. I fucking tell you. Yeah. Absolutely Sodom and Gomorrah. That's where we are. It's Sodom and Gomorrah. It's the Tower of Babel. We're speaking all the same language, but nothing makes fucking sense. Absolutely. So I'm going to see if I can get this. Yeah, man, the backwood. Oh, back in Michael Jealous is up there being sick jealous of the fucking back walking going on here. So I'm going to see if I can get this to play on my iPad. So I'm just going to have to hold this up, and I do apologize. But what I'll have to do is mute my microphone here. Okay, so I'm muting my microphone. So give me a second just to warm up. Well, actually, let me pull this up first and put my volume down just so that I've got the right one. Okay, I've got the right one. I'm going to mute my microphone here. No, sorry, that won't work. Do you know what I'll mute? I'll mute this. Oh my God, I'm such a weirdo. I'll mute this when the voice comes out of, so you can hear that through the microphone here. Oh, that's a special moment for me right there. I'll just mute that. No, mute this. I'm really sorry. Muting this right now. So, here we go. Volume up on this.
It's interesting they choose words like gender-affirming care. That's interesting that they call it that, but really what they're talking about is hormonal therapy or sex reassignment surgery on children. And in fairness, the American Medical Association, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American Endocrine Society, or whatever the exact name of that is, all of the major medical associations have signed off on this, Joe. They've signed off on it. And I have never seen those organizations sign off on anything with less information as to whether or not it does long-term harm of anything in my life. And when I ask about that, when I bring that up, then they immediately label you as transphobic. And I thought that the deal was first do no harm. And all of the European countries, Sweden, Norway, they've all stopped doing it because they say, we cannot say in good conscience that this does no harm, because it does harm. If you look at the long-term consequences, if someone changes their mind at 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, they can't decide which pajamas they want to wear at night. And their reason for doing it is it stops this drive for suicide, that there's a suicide epidemic. It doesn't fix that. It doesn't fix all the comorbid issues that come along with feeling like they're in the wrong body. But yet they're pushing this, and we're going to do some shows that are already taped revealing what the real results of this are. And I think people are going to be shocked that these medical organizations have signed off on this. I think they've just given in to the pressure.
Yeah, I just don't understand where the pressure is coming from.
How about that, hey? Moonwalking, motherfucker! Oh my God! Okay, now that just blows my mind. Dr. Phil uses a suicide, male at birth. He carries on and swipes people all the time for not accepting trans people. Oh, this bastard is walking backwards. His producers are literally saying, mate, you do this now, oh, fucking forget it. Oh, forget it. You're out of the game, bitch. Yeah, he's freaking horrible, hey. He is just horrible. Like, talk about flipping, doing a flip mid-damn flight. He's just, yeah, there's that little tiny gift of the baby that runs down the hallway and goes, oh! And then runs back again. That's like what he's done, right? He's literally like, oh shit. Oh, his producers have literally gone, do it now, do it now. Oh, do it now. You're going to be on the wrong side of bloody truth in a minute if you can't do that now. Yeah, look, I don't know if it's going to help or not. It's still going to feed back into the true trans, in my opinion, because they're just discussing children. They're not discussing the whole issue. Yeah, exactly. It's not about women's spaces. But it was interesting, a couple of things that he said that I found interesting. That he says that those children don't even know the pajamas they're going to pick, but literally that is what they say all the time. Hey, they literally say that the kid chose the pink. I mean, that was the whole Jazz Jennings bloody thing, is Jazz wanted to wear, oh, Jazz, he just wanted the pink sequin swimmers. He just wanted the pink sequin swimmers, so we better do that, you know. So, you know, but hey, I think it's a good indication of he has to be, Dr. Phil is going to be like the top of the popularity shit. He's going to be top of the narrative. I think it's very, very interesting that in such a very short time, he's doing this bit of a side slide backflip. Yeah, they don't care. Absolutely, they don't care about us at all. Absolutely. So I just find it really telling and very interesting that he's like, Dr. Phil to me is like one of those little glass weather barometers that you keep on your fucking counter, right? You just keep, oh, look, a storm is coming. Yeah, he's sort of like that to me because he's such an industry tool that I just find that very interesting. And I found it very interesting that he's come out that on Joe, you know. So he's pretty confident that he can backpedal on some of this and come out absolutely without any freaking tar and feathers on him. That's what he's hoping for, I believe. Yeah, absolutely. Controversial rating. Yep. And he has to too. He's got to play both sides. And we know that. Look, we know that. We know those who play both sides of the game to keep the controversy going, the drama farmers. We know them. Got to keep the ratings up. Got to keep your subscribers coming. Oh my God. Yeah, Jazz's mum. Yeah. Man, that woman is so disgustingly gross. And the worst thing about Jazz's mum is I know people like that in my real life. Munchausen's mum's like that, like literally in real life. I know them. They're just, yeah, screwed up. Anyway, I'm going to drop the link. We're dropping the link. We're doing it in the chat. So if anyone wants to jump in, by all means do. Remember, you don't have to, but it's lovely to have you in here anyway. So it's coming. There it is. So if you either can, I think you can copy it, paste it in your search engine, or even just click. I do believe if you just click on it, that does work as well. My goodness gracious me, what a week. Mood feeders are back again, and Dr. Phil is running a litmus test on where he should be in this argument. Oh my God, that's so true, Karen. That's so true. That's absolutely so damn bloody true. So, and yes, I did have another video to share, but again, I couldn't work out to find it, and I'm not very good at. I think I might have to open some sort of Google Drive or something to share videos to myself between my iPad and my laptop, because they all seem too big to email, and I'm a bit not the great with technology, to tell you the truth. Ah, that's the swimming maker trying to sue to get access into women and girls undressing and swimming. It's much like that Canadian guy in his 50s, right? So, you used to get dressed and you get a pill and you'd be the winner, but now his prize is getting dressed. Like the swimming is to validate the getting dressed in the girls' room rather than put your swimmers on, do the swimming. It's all fucking back to front. Laura Thomas, yep. How to oh, of course. Of course. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? If you're going to sue, you'd have to get a Trinadian lawyer, wouldn't you? Oh, lifetime, wouldn't you? You'd have to. You'd have to. Why wouldn't you? Oh, night VF. Night. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Yeah. We are going to do a TERF Telegraph at least once a month for international people, because I do understand my American friends and sisters are not catching it at this time. There's not look. I had a bit of look for Aussie stuff. There's not a great deal in Aussie news in the last week, which is good. Apart from individual TERF's drama, of course, which is not really news, is it? Absolutely, least we remember. Absolutely. Um, and you know what? That's something that maybe we should maybe even look at pushing an idea for next month, being that International Women's Day is coming up very, very quickly. And maybe that's what we do say if we're out and about and we are doing any protests or activisms at that moment. Maybe we call for a moment of silence to acknowledge that this is a time in history where we have gone that far backwards that we are literally finding that there are people in this world that find this acceptable, to put naked men with naked children and women. It's gross. It's gross. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That would be really interesting, Karen. With your experience, with your experience of being a swimming instructor, how would that go down? How would your employer's telling you're transphobe and that you've lost your job because you won't validate some man with a beard looking in on the children. We've got one of these indoor swimming pools in a mall where I live here, and they know that there's an issue with creepers. That's why they put the big sticker across the glass, so people can't just be looking in through the window as they walk past that Rickley's or Riley's or whatever it is. They put a sticker across it. These swimming pools. These are swimming pools that are put in these areas, but they're specifically swimming pools for children, for like parents and children. Yell loud, stay loud. That's why we say stay loud, my friends, because it's our voices and our get the fuck out that's going to draw attention. And I've been told my whole life, don't make scenes, don't draw attention. Nah, like seriously, I'll be, I'm almost made for this. Like I love a good scene. I will. I will chuck a wobbly. I will make a scene. So, Karen, that's where FEMA is. FEMA is in Canada, or Trinidad as we like to call it. And that's actually what's going on in the swimming pools over there. There's a 50-year-old man who identifies as a 12-year-old girl and gets dressed in the change room with the girls and swims with them. And nobody can say shit about it. Like, literally, the woke mob just jumps on them. Like, totally. It's just wrong. It's wrong. At least we remember. Do you want to try that again? It didn't connect that time, love. But I'll pop that link in fresh for you. There you go, fresh link. No, never. Never. Karen, I would have you stand side by side with me. Yeah, we'd make great front row team on this, I can tell you. Swimming matters so much. I mean, we're Aussies, for fuck's sake. Like, it's literally where we live. It's part of our existence here. And, like, for Christ's sake, I mean, Karen will vouch for this as being another one from Queensland here. It is goddamn bloody hot. So you will need to add your mic and your camera before you're able to jump in, love. It's just saying that you need... There we go. We gotcha. Hello, and welcome back, my friend.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely splendid.
Awesome. Sorry to everyone, no camera. I'll work on that, though. I will work on that.
Yeah,
I promise.
It is a thing. It is a thing, only if you're comfortable. It's not for everybody. It took me a while to get used to my head being on the screen and not distracting me. So, how is your world down there in Adelaide?
Yep, nice and hot at the moment, but we're surviving.
It's gross, hey? It's gross.
Mm-hmm.
I've just got the fan literally pointed at my head, keeping the sweat mustache at bay. I get a really bad sweat mustache, so yeah, I'm looking forward to cooling down. But most of all, I'm looking forward to Monday, where I can run away for the day with my husband to go to a local island. And
nice.
Yeah.
Real good. Yeah.
Love it. But yeah, that's it. Swimming pools. That's such a big part of our whole lives here. Even if you're not, I'm a gothy person and I'm not a huge fan, but you can't avoid it.
No. Like I was taught how to jump off of a sinking ship at like the age of 7. Like I just like swimming. We're taught swimming here. Like I don't know what to say.
That's a good old-fashioned Aussie skill right there. Off you go, lovely.
And how to do it without getting water up your nose.
Oh, no joking. Welcome to the chat today. Oh my God. No, it's such a big part. I've got one child that really loves to swim, and the other child not so much. One takes after me, one takes after Dad. Dad likes to swim, me not so much. But look, on some days you need a reprieve, right? You just need the reprieve, even if it's just you're jumping in, you're jumping out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Like you don't have to swim, but just like chill in the water.
Yeah.
Just feel that.
Absolutely.
Feel that on your flesh.
Yeah, I'm 5'1", right? I'm like literally the same height as Kelly J. Kidd. Like we were like head high talking to each other, and I can only go so far out in the water because if I go too far out in the ocean, I just get smashed by the waves.
Yeah, I had no idea how short.
Yeah, I'm fucking a short ass. I'm literally so short.
And then I was like, oh wow. Like I thought I was short, but no.
Yeah, I used to get one guy used to say to me, "Are you going to see the government?" And I say, "What for?" He'd go, "For building the footpath too close to your ass."
All right. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm a shorty, but like that doesn't take away from the fact that I'm goddamn bloody loud, right? So
Oh no.
So
No, there's like some sort of thing, right? The shorter the woman, the louder she is.
I reckon the gods only build
Yeah.
us until it's perfect. Some of us don't take as long as others. J King. Yeah, it is a life skill here. Like we're literally, if your baby hasn't swum in the first month of being born, you're not an Aussie.
So true.
That's true. I mean, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
That like the swimming, this particular company of swimming pools here are literally only for parents and their children, and they have a big sticker with their brand on it, and it's like an opaque kind of glassy kind of sticker because they know pervs are going in there walking past and looking. They know it. They know it. So why are we inviting them in?
Sorry,
So
my phone keeps doing a weird thing, so I apologize for that. But I'm here.
It's not coming through this end, love.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine on this end.
Oh, I'm just not hearing you. Oh, okay. That's fine then. That's just my problem to deal with.
Oh, so you can't hear me?
No, every now and then I can't. Like my screen will lock randomly. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is my thing to deal with. Let's not let us not let it derail the conversation. We have important stuff to do.
Yeah, well, I was going to say here.
You were telling me about the family swimming pools.
Yes, they're literally for parents and babies. Like they're not for general public. Like these are for lessons for little ones, right? So they're literally lessons for little ones, and that's what I sort of think. How wild is this going to be when this particular they start coming across these men that want to be swimming instructors and calling them women?
No.
Because it's going to happen. I mean, it's only a matter of time until this bullshit happens.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, like, I remember, gosh, like when I was growing up in South Australia, in the swimming centres, there would be, like, multiple pools. So there'd be, like, the pool for people to swim laps and jump off of boards and do all of that, like pro swimming stuff. Then there was the regular pool for everyone, and then there was a shallow.
Okay, we have had you pop out.
Oh, am I back?
You're back. Hey, Sarah,
right.
how are you?
Okay.
Welcome. So, are you popping in and out?
Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm so sorry. This is really annoying. I don't know why my phone's doing this, but okay.
You can drop out again and I can pop you back in again, darling, if you want to try that.
All right. Let's give it a couple of minutes because I'm just outside having a cigarette, and when I go back in, we'll probably do that. Yeah.
Yeah. It might be because you walked away from that Wi-Fi.
Maybe. Yeah. I'll just keep my finger on the screen so I don't drop out again.
Yeah.
But Yeah, but like, what happened to kids' pools?
That's right.
Wasn't that a thing?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, yeah, parents could go in with their children, but like, it was a whole pool that was shallower for children, so they could get used to water. That's
right. And we've got some amazing ones like that up here in the public pools that have that little sections, but they're not. They're more play centers now. Do you know what I mean? And I think the problem with them is they don't have as much of the shower area anymore. They go like the shower, and you find a lot of the teenagers, I suppose, the 11s to 15 sort of running amok in that area. So it can be a little bit harrowing for the toddlers when you've got the
right.
other one
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that
yeah.
area. But there was
I remember being kicked out of those when I turned 12. So
yeah,
screw these
exactly.
people.
Yeah. We've got one quite close to where I live, walking distance, and it's quite good. It's just been upgraded. So and
Nice.
over the Christmas holidays to the end of February, they've had $2 days. Just so anyone knows that knows me and is local to me, they can go swimming at the local pool for $2, mate. $2.
Amazing. That's
I
amazing. You can't get anything for $2.
I only can't guarantee that you won't have any males in there, that's all.
Oh, sure.
So I was over at Bribey Island, which is a little island of Brisbane here, and you can get to it from over a bridge. And I was talking to some young girls, and I made a video about that when I was on holiday, and there was 4 of them. And one girl literally said, because I said, how do you feel about a boy saying he's a girl and getting changed in here with us right now? And this one girl, she just said, she said, no, I'll just get changed at home and shower at home, and I'll just walk home in my swimmers. And I said, that's good self-inclusion. That's exclusion. That's what the urinary leash was all about. It was about that we had places that wasn't men in them that we could go. That's what that was all about. So it's funny in a tragic way. Like, I've got a really weird sense of humor, but it's really amusing in a fucking way that this young woman's first whole thing is, I'll just self-exclude. I'll just come in my swimmers and I'll just ride my bike back in my salty swimmers, That's straight up what she said, not understanding that that's why we fought for the rights to single-sex spaces at the beginning, so that we did not have to worry about men's areas, even the other day.
But I mean, I do that. Also, I was just going to say, I do that with changing rooms. Like, I don't use changing rooms anymore. Like, period. Like, I will buy the clothes, take them home, put them on, and if they don't fit, take them back. That takes time out of my life. And yes, Absolutely. I am self-excluding, but I'm not willing to risk experiencing that again, like a male in the change room. I'm not doing it.
No. Well, I don't know. I can't even tell you the last time I've tried on something in the changing room for that reason.
Yeah.
Right, at all.
Yeah, but sorry, I cut you off. You were saying it's more about swimming.
I'm seeing people say hello to Corey in here. Is Corey here, Karen? Oh, Corey says hi. Hi, Corey. Tell him much love and big hugs. Big hugs. What's this female next door? The family recreation centre with wave pools, wading pools, and toddlers.
Ooh.
Pull ups. Ooh.
But no.
What the fuck? What the fuck? So
amazing.
When I was in New Zealand, visiting with Rex and doing going to the Speaker's Corner up in Auckland, we went to one of the mineral pools there because they got the hot pools over there. They're fucking fabulous. They were putting in a unisex changing room, right? So they had a women's, and they were building a unisex changing room. I fucking couldn't help myself. I'm like, who the fuck you building this for? You're building it for the pervs. That's all you're building it for.
Well, the perverts, and then the women who feel compelled to undress in front of men because it makes them inclusive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I had, it's just wild, eh? I had a woman at the park on those, the gym stuff in the park, tell me that you have to include men into women's spaces because that's how inclusivity works. Hey,
okay.
How are you? Long time no see, my friend. I hope you've been well. we all have to have time out of this agenda and this ideology and tap out, because it is actually really, really taxing. None of us can really do it all the time. Nice. So Jeff Bartes just got home from work. Are you in? Are you in Florida? I believe you're in Florida. Like sometimes I get my sisters in Florida and my sisters in California mixed up. I'm sorry, I do apologize for that, darlings, but I do. So, any news down your way in Adelaide?
Nothing.
Nothing. See, I reckon it's been a pretty quiet week, hey? I reckon next week they're going to be dropping some big curly poos on us.
Shoot, sorry. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
You what?
I think I dropped out.
No, you're still with me.
No, my response. Did my response come through, or?
No, I didn't. You must have dropped out.
Oh, okay. Oh, I said nothing to report, which is good, but also bad.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I mean. I reckon we're going to get some sort of big dump of crap next week.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if anybody is reading. I've got the link up to Irreversible Damage by Schreier, Abigail Schreier, I believe.
Yeah.
Now, we are changing the format of the book club moving forward. It's not going to be a monthly thing. I personally, I need time to absorb crap before I go again. This stuff that we're reading is very, very full on. As we've just done, Time to Think by Hannah Burns, and that was a lot. So we're going to be looking at doing one book over 2 months. So once we get to the 1 month stage of that book, we will be doing a bit of a chat and how we're going at that point. I just think it'll be a lot better in the long run to be able to really absorb that information and not rush people. If people don't, I myself, I'm in a family of 4. I just don't have the time to sit down and read a book, do a review, bang, next month do the same thing. So letting you know, the 10th of March, which was going to be the review on Irreversible Damage, will now be a conversation, with the total book review will be at the beginning of the April. Yes, beginning of April. So we will have 6 books hopefully read under our belt by the end of the year, which will be, as I've said before, getting them together and getting a playlist of feminist texts, as well as these books, as well as things like A Handmaid's Tale and 1984, which we are definitely going to read. Miss Misery Gwen, who's not with us today in the chat, but has suggested we read 1984, which I am so up for doing. So I hope.
Can I just?
Yeah.
Sorry, have you read it before?
1984?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I hate this term, but trigger warning.
Yes.
There's a part in 1984 where Winston fantasizes about ejaculating to killing a woman.
Oh,
in a very disgusting way as well. But yep. Yeah. So like Winston is a.
He's the main character.
Yes. Yeah. In my opinion, it's just George Orwell, but yeah.
Yes.
Who stole 1984 from his wife. Did you know this?
No.
She wrote a poem and he stole it from her. Yeah. Look it up, ladies. Look it up.
We all know that pretty much anytime you see anonymous is a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Is a woman.
But yeah, I mean, it's still worth reading. Don't get me wrong. But yeah.
Yeah. I've seen the movie. but
Mhm.
I've not read the book. I do have a
Oh
copy
yeah,
of the book.
I don't.
We'll find a free
Yeah.
PDF. I will find a free PDF to
Or
share.
libraries.
Yeah, yeah. Part of the rules to my book club is there has to be a link to a free PDF because I
Mm,
want everyone to be able to be involved. FEMA,
fair.
the lovely FEMA that's in our chat right now, she has shared the link to Irreversible Damage by Abigail
Shreya.
Dreyer. Um,
Yeah.
so thank you for that, FEMA. We really, really, really appreciate that and you doing that. So yeah, I think it'd be great. Look, that way too, we're not 12 books in 1 year.
Mm.
That's a hell of a big fucking task for anybody to do. And I really just for myself, I need that. I need that time to absorb and to weigh it because
Mm.
I am a deep thinker and I'm a contemplator. So I just can't smash one thing to the next, you know. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
No. Don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm really, really looking forward to that. So I am reading it because the last one is because I am very hands on and I'm actually a mosaic artist, and so I sometimes will use a PDF reader to read me while I'm working. So there's one
Mm.
called there's really good free ones that you can use if you're not able to get that time. So that's where I was sort of like don't want to be having to use PDF readers to read to me, would like to be able to read it and absorb it myself. So expanding that time and giving it the over the 8 weeks, 2 months rather than 4 weeks will I think will benefit especially me.
It's. I find it really interesting that you're bringing this up because, like, I've heard this from multiple women that, like, they'll say, "Oh, I want to read this so badly, but I just don't have the time."
Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't know that these PDF.
She dropped out again.
I just kind of wish. Well, hang on. Yeah. So, would it be? It would be beneficial for there to be women reading the work for other women to listen to.
Absolutely.
Cool.
And I
Cool.
have spoken to someone, and I am in talks to someone. I'm really excited. That's going to be involved, and anybody who would like to be involved with the book club, let me know because I am more than happy to share this platform with other women who would like to share their skills. So we had HJ do a PowerPoint in a time to think. And so, anything like that is fantastic. So I would totally appreciate that if that's something that you would like to do and share. That's why we kind of thought that would be a great idea to do the book club because so many women, like you said, don't have that time to sit down and read, especially these academic books on prunery, right? Like, like
They're long.
who's got that time in their life really? We want to know it because people want to say, "Oh, you don't read, you don't do this," but it's so again, if you've got this place where we can have these reviews, someone can go, okay, I didn't get the chance to see this, I didn't get the chance to read that, but that review was really, really cool. I'm going to go back and have a look at that. Here's the link here. Even though I've missed that review while Stone the Crone has done it, I can always go back, find the link, it's there, and we can go from there. You know what I mean? So it's something that you can join in at any moment, and the body of work will be there. So I'm more than happy to collab with anyone who wants to collab with Kelly and Chaos on this channel. So
Yay.
I just would like, I think at the end of the day, everybody in the chat, and at least we remember, this channel is a channel for women. What you're never going to find on this channel is you'll never find a troon. I am never going to platform for any fucking reason. It's not going to happen. What else you're never going to find? I really don't want to platform a man on this channel. If a bloke pops in to the TERF Telegraph here, yes, I will give them a little bit of a, how you going, have a say, la la la. but I'm never going to interview a man on this channel in a dress or otherwise.
Excellent.
This is a woman's channel for women to speak about this agenda and this topic and other things that we find important as we move forward. So, yeah, no, there will be no backpedaling, no apologying for having a bloke on this channel in any form, because it's just not going to happen. I'm really sorry.
Oof.
It's just not. I'm sorry to the men. Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry,
just, no. Sorry, not sorry. It's not
like,
going to happen. Like, if a bloke wants to have a bit of a say and add to the conversation, he has to click this link in this particular TERF Telegraph. And that's it. That's it. But never.
He can make his own channel.
I mean, I'll never get an invite to this.
No. But, like, if a guy truly wants to talk, he can create his own channel. Men who talk of this issue get way more attention than women who talk on this issue. So, no.
Absolutely. I know that to be a fact. I mean, there's channels that have started after this channel has. And, like, literally there are channels that only started speaking about this in the Southern Hemisphere after Kelly J. King had just gone.
Exactly.
They've got bloody tens of thousands, those chaps. Those fellas have got tens of thousands.
Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. They have plenty of places to go.
That's right.
Don't help them.
Right.
Like, don't help them. Like, they're fine.
So, look, hey, if you're a dude and you want to jump in the chat, jump in the chat. By all means. But I'm never gonna promote a bloke. I'm never gonna promote a tranny. Dr. Phil, the best you're gonna get is off my iPad.
Did you see the big one he did? As in Dr. Phil? Like, he had Cara Dansky and Sydney Watson on. I know Sydney Watson isn't a feminist, but
disgusting. It was disgusting. That's what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
His producers are telling him to act now and change and flip his script. They're telling him, you're going to, this whole thing with the kids, you need to flip your script, you need to do it now. Who can we get you the most audience with? Fucking Joe Rogan. Right, let's get you on Joe Rogan.
Yeah. No, Jogan. I like Jogan. Say that. Let's call him Jogan.
Like I said, let's get you to walk so fucking fast backwards, and Michael Jackson will be fucking jealous of your moonwalking, mate. Like, seriously.
Nice.
He's like,
yeah. I mean, I noticed that, like, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, even though I don't want to do that. But let's say his people, as you said, have told him to turn that fucking ship around, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the thing where he's talking to Cara Dansky and all those other people, he starts it off with like trans women. I'm like, so by him like titling that segment as trans women, he's already suggesting yes. Like it's not, he's not even open to the discussion in that video. He's just trying to talk down to Cara and Sydney and any other man and woman who are there standing up for reality.
Yeah, the moment he says assigned male at birth or assigned female at birth, he's using their talking points.
Exactly, and he's using their language. Yeah,
that's right. So that's why I'm like, his people, his handlers, his producers, they're literally like, mate, you're going to be on the wrong side of truth and history if if we need to make this play now, because they're literally like chess players, right? These fucking nothing's organic.
Oh, for sure.
Nothing's organic.
Oh no, nothing.
Like, that's how
Why do you think? Oh, sorry. Why do you think that Philip is getting this information, but someone like Ellen, I don't even know if her show's still on, but like or Whoopi in The View, like, why aren't they being told this? Like, what do you think about that?
Well, I always go back to, and I was thinking about this today. I was taking my puppies for a walk and contemplating this, like you do. He's wrapped up with Oprah. Oprah was the first one that brought him. Sorry. That brought him into the consciousness of the people through her show.
Okay.
So I think he's just mixed up with that little bit of a higher echelon of fucking.
Ah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yes. Okay. But I
Like,
still hang on. Question is Ellen still? Does Ellen still have a show in the United States? No, I didn't think so either. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because if we were talking about upper echelons, I thought she would be right at the top.
Yeah, but she served her purpose, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah.
She served her purpose, and never forget, Ellen is a woman. She can't grow old on TV. Get rid of her.
Right. Yeah.
Get rid of her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Dr. Phil's not going anywhere. Like, he's literally going. We will see him turn into a dementia-ridden Joe Biden type of person, I reckon, in front of our eyes on TV. Like, do you know what I mean?
And with his wife running the whole show, and us not supposed to notice.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's always in the audience, but anyway, yeah. Sorry, wait, I'm digressing.
Again, too, he's a heterosexual male, white man. Like, Whoopi's not.
No.
Do you know what I mean? And Ellen is still a lesbian and a woman. You know, go give it her.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So with Ellen, did she fuck up somewhere? Do you know what I mean? Did she speak out of place and it's just something that we didn't pick up on or something? You know?
Yes, and here's my thing. Like, okay, I've never met this woman. I've never been in the United States. I don't know. But I thought it was very interesting that she was getting all of this hate for, denying people access, like giving her eye contact. You can't chew gum around her. Like there was all this controversy, right? I'm pretty sure most of the men who run shows do that exact same thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I just was like, isn't it interesting that we're all piling on her now? When, again, I'm pretty sure Larry King and Dr. Phil and all of these other men do the exact same thing.
Yeah, but I think she was sort of set up in a way. She was set up in a way to fail because she was the Be Kind lady, right? So they had her handlers and producers were having her push the Be Kind, the Be Kind, the Be Kind, the Be Kind, the Be Kind. But she's still a narcissist and they can't be kind. So it was like a fucking trap they had to fucking literally walk into, hey?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
perfect.
She's a Be Kind.
Yeah, no, perfect.
And so they just eliminated her right out.
Yeah.
You know?
One thing that I can say about... Okay, so like one thing that I can say about Ellen that like I'm really happy about is there was talk, like a decade ago about her and Portia having a kid. And they were suggesting like surrogacy and stuff, and then they didn't do it. So
that's a blessing.
Thank you.
That's a blessing. I mean, you look at fucking Rebel Wilson and her missus.
You're right.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Bitch, don't be looking. You're a fucking overweight, obese individual. I know. I am one. Bitch, you have stretch marks losing that way. You have stretch marks. You fucked your body by overeating. Fucking have the baby yourself, you fucking...
Right. They got a surrogate, didn't they?
They did.
Well, they abused and used a woman's body to give them their child, is what I want to say to that, actually.
Disgusting. I'm just, it was Kim Kardashian and the surrogacy. She had spent more on her Birkin handbag than she did her surrogate.
Amazing. Of course. That's the one that really got to me because
sorry, she's still popping in and out a little.
Whoop, sorry. Okay, yeah. No shame on Kim for saying that she didn't want to physically go through birth again. Fine. Groovy. Good. I'm standing behind you. But then don't force another woman to do it.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Like, gosh. Like, I just... Like, holy cats. What is that? Well, that's entitlement, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I've only got 2 children, mate. 8-pound babies. Short ass lady,
also,
big babies. Not doing that again.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, how do you feel about women being given maternity leave when they're not the ones who gave birth? I think it should be parental leave, but...
It should be called parental leave. Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. And because parental leave actually does cover fathers as well.
Well, there's maternity, paternity, and parental leave in Australia. Like, I'm not sure if it exists in every single state, but like, if we're just talking about the country in and of itself, there's all those things. But maternity leave specifically acknowledges the physical labor that woman has gone through.
Absolutely. And that has to be different, right? We've lost you again, at least.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Maternity leave has to be different. It has to be.
Yeah. It should only be reserved for women who are pregnant and giving birth. Or,
Absolutely.
I mean, maybe do you think it should be another term for, say, like a woman who, let's say she's 6 months through her pregnancy, but she miscarriages? She should get leave for that, I think.
I do. I agree.
Oh, sorry. I keep dropping out. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, what do you think about that? Like...
Yeah, I do. I think, again, the thing with that, though, it is a hard call because those do have, like, women do lose a baby when they in that first trimester and may not have actually known that they were pregnant in the first place. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And unfortunately, to stop that being abused, I would say a woman would have to have documentation from their doctor saying, yes, there has been a pregnancy loss and a baby loss to this woman. Like, that to, look, just to say, because unfortunately it can be abused. You know what I mean? So, but no, I think absolutely. If you've lost a baby at any stage, you should be able to have time off. Look, those that are in law and in power would have to dictate what that would look like, because it wouldn't look the same as a woman who's had a healthy, successful birth. Maternity leave would look differently to that. But I actually do think, look, it especially if this is something that you have decided that you are going to do, you know what I mean? Like, both my pregnancies and my husband were planned pregnancies. Like, we had planned to get pregnant. I planned to get pregnant. So when I told him that I was pregnant, which only took 2 weeks, by the way, I fell pregnant very quickly, and you have to look at me, and I'm pregnant. But that smile, like, you couldn't snap that smile off his face, right? So what a beautiful way for energy for that baby to, be born into. So that's the thing, is we come at it so many different ways, but there's the trauma of having fallen pregnant and losing that baby, especially when it is a planned baby. It's not a oopsie daisy, what happened baby, but it is we have planned and organized our family. That is a huge, huge trauma. Like, Look, not taking away those who didn't plan it because they fall in love with their babies too.
Oh no, you're not. You're not. You're
You know what I
you're just talking about the extra pain of having planned it.
Yes, yeah. You know, so I absolutely agree that yes, if someone's lost a baby, that should allow them some compensation time off work, whether that be full pay. How that looks, I don't know. But I mean, look, we got fucking Coles and Woolworths here in Australia giving 10 days a fucking year for trannies to have laser hair surgery and fucking shit like that. So,
What? Do you know the CEO of Woolworths just quit?
yes.
Yeah, because of that Four Corners interview.
Yeah, that was nuts, hey? He's just gone, whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, can we just stricken that from the record? He's gone,
right. No, that's going on ABC.
I was like, good. Because they're virtue signaling that much. And the thing is, it's no cost off them, really, when you think about it, right? To give these people 10 days extra a year off. They're casual, right?
Oh, the casual? Oh, no, that doesn't cost them anything.
Hello! So you get to virtue signal this bullshit that say trans-identified people are non-binary for their floofiness, that they can, they can just have an extra 10 days off. But don't keep in mind that these places barely ever fucking hire any full-time staffs now, do they?
Yeah. No. Well, okay. So what are they giving the 10 other, is it for surgery? Is that what they're suggesting? Right, okay. So if I'm working at Woolworths or Coles and I need to go get a mastectomy because I have breast cancer, will they give me 10 days off?
No.
No, of course they won't.
No,
of course they won't.
You don't get 10 days off, no. But if you're getting laser hair surgery,
ooh,
that counts. Laser hair surgery, that counts. Yeah.
Great. So if I'm a woman who has multiple issues and calls myself a man, I can get the time off to have breast surgery. But if I'm a woman who recognizes I'm a woman but needs the breast surgery, I won't get time off.
That's right.
Two thumbs up. Excellent. Yeah. That's what we want, right? Awesome. Thank you, Woolworths.
What? Yeah, it's I did a video. It was one of my early videos, my first year that I had the channel, that I went, what the fuck? But it looks and it sounds so great, doesn't it? It sounds so great. They're so caring. But if you're casual and you're only getting 3 days a week fucking work anyway,
yeah,
can't you just do that shit on your own time? They're not giving you jack shit, right?
Yeah.
It's we just awarded these supermarket multinational fucking companies for doing nothing at all.
But also, if you're casual, you can request time off anyway. It's just not paid.
That's my point.
So there's no need for this.
Yeah, but we're not going to pay you fuck all for them.
Sorry. In the TERF dictionary, under virtue signaling, this exact Woolworths giving 10 days leave to quote-unquote trans workers. Perfect. Yeah.
And, at least this is my biggest problem, right? Is I'm a thinker. I contemplate everything.
Oh, I know.
Oh my God, they've given them fucking 10 days a year to get trans fucking shit done. And then I go, wait a minute. They're all casual. They don't have to pay them.
No, they don't have to pay them. They don't give casual sick leave or yearly leave or anything like that. Like, that's not what casual is.
They get paid that little percentage on top of their hourly rate. So they don't get paid sick leave, so they don't get holiday pay, and they don't get paid to get their laser surgery, which you can have the 10 days. Go ahead, have them.
It's just like, so how many, like, okay, let's now consider the people who like read or heard that and were like, oh wow, like clap Woolworths, like that's amazing, you've done such a nice thing. That would mean none of them have worked casual or spoken properly to anyone who's ever worked casual.
That's right.
Because you and I, what you and I are just talking about right now is like, it didn't cost them anything. Like, all they did was say this.
Riddle,
like, it's not.
Riddle is. We have literally just like, it sounds so good at that surface space, at that surface. It looks great, but as soon as you scratch it, like just like a scratchy, that's when you go that top layer off, and you go, really isn't nothing.
You're like, oh, what's behind this silver shiny thing? Oh, nothing. Cool.
Nothing.
Cool.
Nothing.
Oh, one cherry, one pineapple, and a infinity sign. I don't know.
It's like this again. I get in a lot of trouble because I do laugh about this shit all the time, and people go, "It's not funny. It's not funny." And I'm like, it's really tragically hilarious if you actually think about it.
That's because to survive being an Australian, you need to have a dark sense of humor.
I think so.
We were, white Australia was founded as a penal colony, and it never changed. So.
Well, I mean, the history of Queensland is wild, mate, right? So they literally brought women here to Queensland from New South Wales. They brought them because there were only men here, right?
No, tell me more.
So they brought women. They brought the women to Queensland.
Yeah.
And the men treated them so badly that they ran back to New South Wales. It was.
All I know is that.
Yeah, it was
the one I know was about. Oh gosh, sorry. In Botany Bay, basically the male convicts, there was like 11-1, like male to female convicts in Botany Bay, and the men were attacking the women so much that the soldiers, so like the British men, decided to do was force all the women to marry one of the male convicts. And that was their way of dusting their hands and being like, well, now the women will be protected, so now all the female prisoners won't be assaulted. Morons. Fucking.
How does that even work? Like the logic in that. But yeah, no, apparently they brought all these women up to settle here with the men, and they just were treated so badly, raped and whatnot, that they literally walked back to New South Wales. They've just
that's incredible.
Yeah, and there was only a handful.
I'm going to look up. I'm sorry, I'm going to look up how long that would take to walk. So where did you say they walked from? So they were where in Queensland were these women taken to?
I believe the first settlement here is Nunda. I think Nunda was the first settlement in Brisbane here.
Nunda.
But the other thing, and I did if you go back into my back catalogue of work, the other story that is absolutely amazing in Queensland is that we were all considered prostitutes. Any woman over the age of 14 in Queensland was considered a prostitute. So that's why prostitution.
What?
It had to do with gonorrhea, and it had to do with they could finger anybody. They could point a woman and accuse them of having gonorrhea, and that would cost you 3 months locked up with
which trials is this?
Yeah, and they tried to protest against it and do a petition, and the petition it was like the biggest petition in Queensland. It even got denied. It was really fucking fascinating.
Wow.
The mayor of Maryborough loved it so much that he couldn't wait to put it into play up there. Now, the reason why it no longer exists in Queensland is because the government said that they could no longer just grab us, take us, and do this to us, the women of Queensland, that it had to be done in a hospital. So if you accused having gonorrhea, that they would have to be kept in a hospital, be fed, have fed, and looked after. And they realized how fucking expensive that was going to be and stopped the practice.
I'm speechless.
It is fucking wild. And it had to do with one of these officials, one of these male officials, right? Somebody had accused his daughter of having gonorrhea. So his daughter was going to be taken and searched and all this other shit. And he's like, oh, fuck, how can we...
Sexually, let's sexually assaulted. Let's be real about it, right? Like...
So every woman that had her period or was over the age of 14 was classed as a prostitute. And I go into that a lot deeper. If you go through my back catalog, you'll see.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, Queensland's dirty history.
Okay, so just to go back.
Yeah, and it actually feeds because of the wars, and there was something similar happening in England with gonorrhea and the outbreak of gonorrhea.
Amazing. Okay,
and so this is the solution here was literally...
Okay, so just as before. So these women went from Nunda to where? Sorry, I forgot again.
New South Wales.
New South.
So yeah,
I'll just put in New South Wales.
Yeah, I've wanted to do a deeper dive on it because I'm like, is this true? Is this not true? What a fucking wild story. But the woman who did tell me the story, it was on a historical tour that we did. It was we did...
that is 884 Ks.
There you go. How mad. How mad. So, yeah, it was on a historical suffragettes tour that I was on a couple of years ago I heard this story and I was going to do a deeper dive on it. And she mentioned it was the history of Queensland suffragettes. It was the talking about the history of prostitution and the gonorrhea. And it was also these women leaving Queensland because they didn't want to settle here with the men. Wow. I'm gonna have to do a deeper dive on that one now because, yeah.
Oh, please do.
Wow. Yeah, Queensland history is quite interesting. It's it's quite wild. Yeah. And I think Australian history is quite wild anyway, and especially Australian and New Zealand's history because we are very young colonized countries in that scheme of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in terms of white people, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, check this out, Liz.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think all our American guests have gone to bed. So our chat's a little quiet here.
We've got at least 8 people watching.
Oh, you guys are still there. Hey, guys. Okay, so this is my turfing hat that most people probably recognize.
I recognize that. Yes.
Recognize that? It's got my TERF Pride. Where is it? TERF Pride pin.
Yeah. You were wearing that at Let Women Speak a couple of events, right?
Yeah. So I got my Slytherin prefix badge. I got this one. That there says humans are idiots.
Yep, true.
This one here, that little round one there.
Mm-hmm.
That was given to me by Kelly J. Keane herself from my hands, from her hands to my hands in Brisbane. Mm-hmm. I've got a Kerry shell there because in Africa it represents a vagina. As well as...
see, now I have a completely different appreciation for those shells.
How great is the hat? So that's why, especially tribal style belly dancers, ATS tribal style belly dancers, have all those shells all over us because we adorn ourselves in beautiful vaginas.
As you should.
Okay, so that's my normal turfing hat. But...
Amazing.
Because we're going to do the reenacting, and we're going to do a voyage and tour and look for single sex toilets. I'm putting together a suffragette's costume because I used to be a reenactor, medieval reenactor, and I'm putting get a suffragette's costume. And as soon as it gets cool enough, we're going to go start talking to people outside toilets all around Brisbane and Queensland. As far as my van can take me, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And when I mentioned to one of my beautiful friends, one of my belly dancing sisters, she's literally like my sister. My daughter thinks she is an aunt. I mentioned, I need a little cane hat. You know how they had the little cane hats?
Oh yeah.
And I got the top. I got my top and I got my skirt. I just need my little apron, but I need my little hat. And I was gifted.
You got to noise. Real noise.
Is there?
Are you gonna make a sash, like a let women vote sash? So
yes,
lavender, white, and
I may even crochet or make a little ribbon. What do you call them? Rosette.
Oh yes.
So there you go. It's happening, people. It's happening. Think
That's
along
fun.
the lines of Billboard Chris. Go suffragette Aussie style.
Nah, just go Kelly J. Keane. Billboard Chris stole her idea anyway, so.
Yeah, he did. But, again, it's going to be based on history and actually putting dates to when we got single-sex spaces in Australia.
Oh, amazing. Are you going to do it, are you just going to focus on the specific state you're in?
Yes, until
this is what it was like in Brisbane. Yeah.
Well, look, for example, in Canberra, for example, when the first female politician sort of got in there and started going, hey, this is not right. There's only men's dunnies in here. We need spaces. They actually built a concrete wall, a brick wall, between two of the toilets and the men's. So they took two loos out of the men's and put a wall up, a brick wall. That's how women got the first female-only toilets in government in Canberra. And you know what year that is in? You want to ready? I'm going to blow your mind.
No, let me guess. 89.
No, but close. It was 1974.
Oh, okay. All right. Just off, but all right. Yeah. That's still way too... That's 50 years ago. That's right, literally 50 years ago.
In 50 years, female politicians have won and lost their right to female-only toilets. Sharon Fentiman, you're a fucktard.
Yeah. Well, if we're playing the numbers game, it was only legal Australia-wide to be gay in 97. And that's gone. So that's 23 years. Wait, hang on. Am I doing that math right? Yeah, that's 23. Yeah, I think that's 23 years. 26? No, 26 years? God damn it. Anyway, less than 50.
Yeah, it'd be 27 years this year. 2 years older than myself.
Oh, 27. Yes, perfect. Yes, 27 this year. Thank you. So... And now it's literally illegal for lesbians to meet.
Yes, and that was Tasmania, I believe. Tasmania was the last one to come around, 1997. And then they were also the first ones to be told that lesbians couldn't get together as a class of people.
Yeah. But it's like, you can't necessarily police lesbians entering to a venue.
It's wild.
So what it really means is that women can't meet without men.
Absolutely, that's exactly what it means.
Yeah, because there's no way to you can't it's very hard to be like, hey, you're not a lesbian woman, get out of this party. You don't know. So what it really means is women can't meet on their own.
Well, again, it's not a menage a trois, is it? I mean, they're not walking into
No.
20 women all like getting jiggy with it together, going, well, we all know the other lesbians, So how can you tell a woman is a lesbian just walking down the street? Well, you fucking really can't, can you?
No, you can't. I mean, like gaydar only works so well as well. Like, but you can't. Like, at the end of the day, you can't. But anyway, yes, yeah. So I love that we both live in a country where it has been made unofficially illegal for women to create public events.
Yeah, well, that's why and as I said, I am a former belly dancer due to the fact that I will not start a class or a troupe due to I will not have a man dressing with my students.
No.
So I don't have a story of being cancelled because I went, no, I will not do it. I will not put anybody through that. Any of my students through that. So I cannot go back. I mean, when you're like, I put together a group of women-only dancers and women-only drummers to do festivals. So we did the Chili Festival up at the Lounger and things like that. A women-only dance group, drummers and performers.
Yeah,
and that's
so we've got the Fringe Festival happening in Adelaide now.
Yep.
Fringe Festival. I flipped through the magazine a few times. The amount of women performers to men performers, oh my gosh, I want to say it's like 30 to 70%.
Wow.
There's not a single female magician booked for the whole event. I know, I love magicians. I fucking love stage magic. Yeah, cool, awesome. Yes, I love stage magic. Not one woman. There's like 32 men or something. Not one woman. All of the comedians, like I looked at, that was interesting. So like the men like had little photos of themselves. They're people. Most of the women had photos of their ass, their tits, their lips. It's like, to be a female comedian at the Fringe Festival, you have to sexualize yourself. Like, it's terrible. Most of the like drama shows or whatever, again, like the men's, they're just there's like, a funny photo, like someone with a llama, like rah rah. The women's photos, she's naked. It's a photo of her breasts. Like, it's just a photo of her feet. Like what the bloody hell is this? Like, I mean, you and I both know what it is, but it was so frustrating. So I don't even know if I'm going to go to anything this festival, like maybe a light show or something, but I don't want to contribute to that bullshit.
I'd like to do, but I am a bit of I would love to go. All applicants for the Fringe Festival this year has to hand draw their own self-portrait.
Oh, I like that. Do you want to know the real kicker, though?
What?
The hosts this year were all women.
Cool. So
no, but this still happened.
That's what I mean. Cool.
Yeah. So that's fun, though. I like that idea. That's a fun idea. Yeah, everyone has to self-submit their own hand-drawn self-portrait.
Yep.
I like that. Yep. I like that a lot.
I'm so up for leveling tables.
Yeah. So you just get all of these dudes, like 70% of them just doing bullshit stick drawings.
Yeah. Someone would be great. Seriously, someone would be so great that you'd have to at your little how they have those festivals have their own little gift store kind of things. You can put them on shirts, right?
Yeah. The art by the artist.
Right now, this would be so great. So great. No, I love.
No, and that's such a good idea because I reckon you could get them to be into it without getting them to think it was like a female empowerment thing.
Yes.
Yeah, because the Fringe is so artsy.
I don't know. I do like to. I'm definitely a. Let's level tables. Let's
Sorry.
have a bit of...
Sorry, because I flip and love art. But yeah, it's gotten weird and vulgar now, I would say. Like, vulgar. And I hate that I've used that in a bad way, but it is.
It's just gross altogether, isn't it? It's just
Mm.
it's a race to the bottom. It's like let's bring up Spain. Let's bring up Spain and their little fucking their pride, and they've got these little fucking girls with the black bob fucking wigs with the fucking pasties doing the look over the shoulder.
Disgusting.
Like it was a fucking choreo. They were choreographed to be pedo bait.
Yeah.
Like that's to somebody that is a semi-professional dancer who has choreographed pieces. Like that's. I don't even like to call myself a professional dancer because the gigs that we did were only like local festivals and shit like that. But we got paid, we got paid. But as a dancer and a choreographer myself, that's some fucked up shit. There's so much that goes into that at a festival like that. Like I said, we did the Chili Festival, like wings, drummers, getting all that like festival
amazing.
Shit to do stage shit. It's a whole different thing because you've got to keep moving. You've got to keep moving.
Yeah.
And that's why they wait with their step it. They're like step, roll, 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 look, like I'm like, huh? What the fuck am I watching? It was so gross. It was so gross. Well, Lisa, remember, thank you for coming back again. I'm going to call this a show. I hope you come back. Definitely come back again, but definitely come back next month to have a chat about the Kelly J. Keane tour and what went down in your little hometown there.
Groovy. I will bring some South Australia information next time I see you.
That would be really, really great. So March is all going to be talking Kelly J. Keane. So we'll sort of do it in line with what because I think she did like 2 in a week, so we'll talk about those 2 that week, and I'll reach out to Michelle from over at Women's Action Group and have a few guests on here, and it'll be great.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, no worries, mate. And I'm really enjoying this space. And again, I really do apologize for being tardy last week, but sometimes I will have to tap out just to reset. So
you're fine. I apologize for being busy. So sorry.
And love you, especially for coming on. At least we remember. And we'll talk to you real soon. Remember, you know what we say? Stay loud, my friends. Stay loud, my sisters. Always fucking loud. And until next time, Stone and List with Remember out. Bye, guys.
Bye.